Hello and welcome to episode 3 of series 3 of Become a Legend Story Mode. Now, the last episode obviously was finished with a goal finally for EGY. It really was a long time coming, but it was worth the wait and it was a great finish in the end. We were certainly building up to it, we had a lot of good chances. EGY looked sharp in the first leg in the Croquis Cup against Standard Liège. We've got the second leg today, and then we play Standard Liège again in the league. So it's a busy week in terms of games against Standard Liège. Hopefully we can keep the good start going. So before we get into that game, there were a couple of commenters, FJM and just some guy with nosebleed, which is one of my favourite names of a commenter I think I've ever had. And in the first episode, I questioned why maybe EGY decided to go to Lechia Gdansk in Poland. Seemed like an odd choice, especially with some of the options he was given. Apparently one of the reasons is potentially because he's a Muslim and he was searching for a club that had a city with a big mosque in it. And I thought, oh no, I don't know what the mosque scene is like in this part of Belgium. So I had a little look on Google Maps and luckily EGY is sorted. There are a number of different mosques within a fairly reasonable drive from the stadium. The nearest one is called the Mosque Safa and it's in Zwijndrecht, which is not a very long drive for EGY. So he's going to be well catered to there for all his prayer needs. So that makes me feel a little bit better. So hopefully he's been to visit there, he's fit in well in his new mosque. And he's ready now for the second leg against Standard Liège. If we can make it through past one of what is surely one of the strongest teams in the Croquis Cup, then you'd fancy we've got a good start of going further. Unfortunately, EGY on the bench today, he doesn't start. But as you remember, he came off the bench in the last game and scored, so hopefully he can do that again. And then we should be really shooting up in terms of manager trust, which is absolutely key at this point. Alright, let's go. So I have had a few comments recently asking for Indonesian subtitles to these videos. I'd be quite happy to provide that. Unfortunately, my Indonesian is poor, to be honest. It's barely even speaking terms. But I was just wondering, really, and if you are interested, then let me know over Twitter. If anyone would be interested in translating each episode into Indonesian, which might be very difficult. I appreciate that, especially at the speed I talk. But if you are interested, then we can work something out. So contact me on Twitter. The link is in the description to this video, and we can slip into each other's DMs and discuss, maybe a way of subtitling these videos, which would be great. But anyway, let's wait and see if anything happens in this first half. If not, then we'll start the second half, and hopefully EGY gets an early start and come in and score another goal. And midway through this second half, Waslan Beveren take the lead, and it is that boy, Ampoma. Oh, and there's a little bit of fortune to that. You can see it from that angle. Don't know how much he knew about that finish. Either that or it was an absolute blinding one. Let's take a look here. Low ball in. Oof, I mean, he's in the right place at the right time. He snuck in. The Standard Liège defender didn't really know much about it. I'm not sure how much Ampoma knew about it either, but that's a lovely celebration. Oh no, but as soon as we score, Standard Liège get one back. And it's Emond. Puts it into the back of the Waslan Beveren net. Let's take a look here. It's nice work. Oh, that's good play there from the attacking player. But the number 4, the defender. Mate, come on. And there we have it. Well, 1-1 I guess is a good result. I'm still not quite sure of the away goal rule here, but as it stands, well, we have the away goal alongside the goal we scored in the first leg. So it could be that Standard Liège now need 2 goals to win it, or it could be just one more goal for them, takes it through to extra time and penalties. I don't know. That's going to be an interesting discovery. We'll have to wait to find out on that one. Will EGY get any chances in this second half? Well, it's unlikely. Unfortunately, if you're drawing, sometimes you might get on if goals have been scored. Generally, if you're ahead, it's very rare for a substitute to go on at half-time. Could get 45 minutes. We could get somewhere nearer 20. Let's find out. Yep, no substitution for EGY. I suspected as much. We are on a green form arrow, though, so that is a shame, especially considering our performance in the last game. Man of the match performance, no less. But this can happen at this time of season in Become a Legend. It's going to take a while for Ferrera to get used to us, to get used to our play, to see how we slot into his vision for this side. But I think we've made a good account of ourselves in our opening games. It's only a matter of time before that manager trust improves. We'll be starting every match. We might get, as I said, about 20-25 minutes in this one, so we'll join the action if anything happens, or if we get to see our hero out on the pitch. Come on then. Oh, so 73 minutes has passed. That's when I was expecting to get on. No substitute appearance for EGY today. Well, we are going to get a few moments here. And the crowd obviously very excited to see their new wonder boy out on the pitch. Let's just check where we're playing. Don't know if we will ever be brought on anywhere else other than attacking midfield. At least now we get 10 minutes or so to run at what should be a very tired Standard Liège side. So let's see how we get on. Lafise now. This game not over though. Stade Liège with a goal now could make things interesting, but that's very poor. We can bring it away. Little tap into Eggy. Oh, he can't take it past his man. Let's not be giving the ball away in this crucial part of the game. Lafise now into Carlinhos. Eggy slowly making his way back into the box. And it is time up here. Only a minute or so left in this one. Surely we can keep him out. Don't know, they seem to be playing for time, but that's a good ball in, and the ball into Emmond, and his effort hits the post. And this goal kick should mark the end of this one. And while Stade Liège did well to get back into it, Eggy barely had a touch. Only got 10 minutes on the pitch, but we are through to the next round. An unlikely victory, perhaps, but over 2 legs, we were the better side. Unfortunate not to see Eggy get any minutes today. In not a particularly exciting game. The most important thing is the result over the 2 legs. Move into the next round. One of the bigger opponents has been eliminated as well. A cup run would be very, very welcome in Eggy's first season. Oh, and as we said, a week later we're up against Stade Liège again, and we're not even in the squad. We just need to make sure we impress when we do get minutes. How will we fare against a side that we beat over 2 legs when it comes to the league? 4-2 in the league, that's incredible. Stade Liège must be really looking forward to seeing the back of Waslan Beveren. But a Waslan Beveren without Eggy Milana in the side just isn't the same, is it? We've scored 4 goals and conceded 4 this season, and 4 points it is. 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss. And an even goal difference. I'm not seeing any of the sides I was expecting up there. Anderlecht, I think they're pretty good, aren't they? Ghent, maybe one of the bigger sides. If you support one of the teams in this league, then let me know. I'd love to know a little bit more about them. I don't know quite what position we need to find ourselves in when we get to the playoffs, essentially. So I need to look that up just to make sure. So hopefully we get some minutes in this game today against St Truide. We start on the bench. That's just not good enough. I'm not happy with that at all. Thought we'd done enough. We got given a bit of a trial at the beginning of the season. And it obviously wasn't enough for Yannick Ferrera. And it's going to be the 60 rated Jubitana who starts ahead of us. He is shockingly bad. It's not often you see players who are ranked this low. He's only 19 as well. He's actually, he's a year older than Eggy. Can't believe we're not starting. So here we are, we're back under the lights at the Freethiel Stadium. And another win in the league now would see us looking pretty good, I reckon. We can move into the top half. We've had some good performances this season. It's a shame we're not playing Stade Liège again, because we certainly have their number. So there we have it, even played at double speed. That is one of the most boring halves of football I've ever had the displeasure of having to watch. And I've watched Mourinho's Man United play on more than one occasion. Not live, but on TV. But that was bad enough. But this was truly awful today. St Truiden did manage a shot. But actually this is the perfect situation, because hopefully now, with a very, very poorly rated young attacking midfielder, Ferrera will be tempted to bring Eggy on at half-time. We know he's a difference maker. Surely, surely. Yes, well, we do get a run out straight in at attacking midfield in for Jubitana. That was a poor decision to start him in the first place. We're in the lead now, Yannick. Can't be making stupid decisions. You know Eggy's the better player. So first corner of the second half here for St Truiden. Vanzo is on up front for Ndao. Eggy's still yet to touch the ball. 5 minutes gone already in this second half. Ball is whipped in. Bourard jumps for it. Could get it away here. Bolly will get to it ahead of Eggy though, but Eggy nicks it off Thalisson. And now he's away. Through the centre. Strong running. Into the substitute Vanzo. Lays it off. Oh, one more ball here. Could find Eggy. Throw on goal! God, that's close. I wasn't expecting that first time. Even then, there's nothing in it at all. Surely Eggy's toenail there was all the difference that it was. That was unlucky. It was a perfectly worked counter-attack, all stemming from Eggy winning the ball back. Deserved better. Corner here again, and it's going to be short to Dussault, and that's an easy one for Eggy to pick up. And once again, he's on his bike. We're going to hit him on the break here. Got one to the left, one to the right. Got to get this right. Goes wide. Eggy now into the box. Good ball in. Takes it in his stride. Oh, that should have been it. What a counter-attack that was. Once again, it's Eggy at the heart of the counter. Winning the ball back. And driving into the box. That's what we want to see him doing. First touch took him away from goal. It took a good save, to be fair. It was on target. Good chance there. Second one of the game for Eggy. Now, I don't think we're going to be too effective from corners. But if we time our run... Oh, Eggy's showing for it short here. And it comes in. Oh, that's beautiful. Surely. No! Should have passed it. But what footwork. That would have been an incredible goal. Long ball. Header on is good. Can we keep it in? Oh, that's a nice ball down the line. Eggy available in the box. Cuts back. Oh, it's a lovely turn. Oh, and a decent effort as well. The St Truden players do not know what to do with him. That's an awful throw. Worst throw of the year, that one. That was absolutely miles away. Can we win it back here, though? Only 5 minutes left in this one. We need a goal. Eggy's done everything right except put it in the onion bag. Surely. Surely if we just keep plugging away. Can the centre forward hold it up? He can. Oh, that's a lovely touch. Eggy's made his way into the box. That's not the best ball, but Eggy's away. The shot comes in and it's a save on the knees of the keeper. It's not cleared here. Can we do something with it? Eggy wants it short. Oh, nice idea. Couldn't thread the needle. Can't believe it. 3 good chances now for Eggy. Doesn't look to be his day. Eggy moves it on. Not long left. We can't afford any mistakes in this attack. Eggy's made a great run to the far post. That is not a good ball. Come on, that needed to be into the space. That is basic. No, no, no. Well, that is really unfortunate. Eggy had the chances to win this one. He came on and he looked like by far and away the best player on the pitch. Getting into great positions. Very nearly scoring. Comes on and grabs a man, well, 6.5. Joint highest rating in the Wesleyan Beveren side. And tellingly, it is the keeper Step who gets man of the match for St Truden. There were so many missed opportunities there. Hopefully it's enough to get us a start in the next game, though. Could have seen us go level on points with Standard Liège, but they've been given a lifeline there, and they get a win today. They stay above us. Eggy, he's doing everything right. He's getting into great position. Some of the first touches are absolutely obscene in that game, giving those defenders a lot of problems. Only 3 days later, well, we only played a half. Surely we've got the energy for it, and we do start today. Right, this has got to be it. Let's end this episode on a high with some goals. Who are we playing today? It's going to be Lokeren. They're currently in 14th position. They've lost 3-1-1. And we are at home as well. Right, let's do this. So Eggy playing in the hole again. Sideways arrow is not ideal. We're playing behind the big number 9. We've got Ampoma to our left. That's the one we've got to be linking up with. They've got a 58 rated centre-back. We've got to target him. Let's do it. 64 rated keeper as well. So once again, we're back at the Free Field. This Wesleyan Beveren side, I guess we'll be pretty happy about the start to the season so far. Obviously, great wins in the Croaky Cup to see us go through to the next round. Eggy's looked promising. I'm sure there's a lot of talk about the young Indonesian. No one saw this transfer coming. No one in world football would have seen this one, but obviously the scouting was on point because they found him, and now he's got to deliver his first big professional contract. Good ball out to Ampoma here. Eggy trying to take up a good position. It's an optimistic ball over the top, but we will win our first corner. And it's going to be Eggy on corner duties today. Who can we pick out? Where's Forte? Is that him at the far post? We'll try and loop one up to him. And we do. It is a looping one. The header is there. Could fall to Forte now. We're off the mark. Good stuff. Well, that wasn't exactly what we had planned from that corner, but the result was what we wanted. And it is big, strong Forte. And his Forte today is scoring goals. Is that ever going to get funny, that joke? I don't think it will. It won't count as an assist for Eggy, but he did at least put in a good corner, drifting away from the keeper, high enough to make it difficult for the centre-backs to deal with. And we're off the mark here in front of the home crowd. And the yellow and blue fans going crazy. Lokeren looking to reply here, and it's going to be Derrida to take this corner. 18 minutes in. Looking for the short one here. And they will play it short. Back to Tiknovic, and the low ball in is going to be easy to deal with, and now there's a break on. It's 2v3. Forte ahead of Eggy. It's going to look to use him as a dummy runner. Isolate this one defender. He's away from him. Oh, it's... oh, so close. Ball over the top, looking for Derrida. His first touch is beautiful, and that's a dangerous ball in. Miric with the effort. Great save there from the Beveren keeper. That's the first proper chance here for Lokeren. Simple 1-2. The left-back's got to be more aware of that. Derrida's first touch is beautiful, and it's a well-hit, low-driven cross. Forte again with the header on. Great work from him. Eggy turns, finds a ball inside. Now Ampoma into Forte again. Can he find Eggy? He can't. The keeper under good pressure. Forte will pick it up here. Eggy well offside. And it breaks down there. Good pressure, but still not quite clicking for Eggy in this half. So there we have it. 1-0 at the half. And it was a well-taken goal from the big striker to put us a goal up here in this league game at home. And Eggy is suffering a little bit from the tactics. Unfortunately, Yannick Ferrera likes Eggy to get back. He has to do his defensive duties. And that often finds him way too far away from Forte when the ball is put quickly up the pitch to him. And it also means we have to do a lot of sprints to get back and to get forward when we look to break at pace. And Eggy is already very, very tired. If we don't get a goal in this second half, then I expect us not to last much longer than 65 minutes. We really don't want to go a whole episode without scoring, or at least properly assisting a goal. So we need to start this half strongly. Come on, Eggy. It's a good ball over the top into Miric. He puts it square. Keeper and defender almost miscommunicating there. Eventually the keeper does get his hands on it. It's been a very slow start to this half, and that is an awful ball. Looking for Eggy. We weren't even calling for that. This one we will get to, though, and it's a nice little slip into Ampoma. And now we look to bring it forward again. That's a good ball in. Eggy with the first time pass. Just about reaches its target. Forte now. Oh, too slow, Ampoma. Way too slow. That needs to be a first time pass. To be honest, the run was very early. You could park a bus in that. You could park a couple of buses. Eggy skips away. Early ball into Ampoma. Finds Forte. This is nice football here. The ball around the corner might have been looking for Eggy, but he was never going to get to that one. Nice work, though, from Wasland. Can we find something here? Oh, Eggy looks to chest it over his man. It's a nice idea, but it's fallen back to him. Just... Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, and still it's his. No. Oh, somehow we've come away with that. 2 attempts to get it back off us didn't work. The layoff is on. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, really unselfish play there by Wasland Beveren. Just teeing each other up. It was nicely done. Eggy just about managed to get the ball back somehow. Lovely little tee off here into Eggy at pace. Defender gets a good touch to it. Still pushing for that second goal. But will Eggy be on the pitch much longer? And he's off. Yep, 64 minutes. Well, we expected that. We run ourselves into the ground trying to get involved. It was poor management. We spoke about fatigue management in the first episode, and we have done exactly what we didn't want to do. We had basically full energy in this game, but we just ran ourselves into the ground. We had a lot of defending to do. It was a really back and forth game. And I think maybe we need to take less notice of Ferrera shouting us to get back and try and play more as a classic number 10. We've got to be allowed to stay up the pitch a bit. I think we were doing too much. We were too honest, I would say. Trying to get back, trying to help out. Well, hopefully we do come away with the win today, but Eggy's going to be disappointing with his performances, and you wouldn't be surprised to see Ferrera drop him again. Those few games out of the side seems to have just taken away a bit of momentum he had. So there we have it. Well, at least we get the win, but I have to say that's one of Eggy's worst performances of the season. Very, very disappointing. We got given a start by Ferrera after a couple of good substitute performances, but we chucked it right back in his face. There was egg on his face for believing in us because we failed him. We failed. We need to go back to the training pitch. We need to work hard. We just need to do better. There's a couple of opportunities for Eggy. Maybe he held onto the boot ball too long. Maybe he just wasn't efficient enough with recycling the ball. And it's a 5.5. That is not going to help. That's really poor. But the 3 points are the 3 points. And, well, that sees us up into 6th position. I need to work out. In fact, if someone can tell me where we need to be aiming for to get into the playoffs, that would be really good. It might be the top 6. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would make sense. So we are still 69 rated. We've had recent improvements in ball control, and our balance and swerve has gone up slightly. That's good to know. We're still waiting on the results of the skill vote. Looks like it's going to be between one-touch pass and long-range shot. Either of them would be useful. One-touch pass is probably the smart option, but we'll wait and see what the patrons decide. They get to vote on all the key decisions on this channel. And we're benched for the next game. Well, that's sort of fair. I don't think we deserve to be starting. We really need to work a lot harder. We need to I think concentration has got to be the key. So join me for the next episode, which comes out on Monday. No episodes over the weekend in the new schedule. It's Monday and Thursday for Become a Legend. And it's Tuesday and Friday for Master League. Remember, though, if you want some content at the weekend, you want to see me do 2 live streams a month, which will be either on Saturdays or Sundays, then just pop over to Patreon. And $1 or more a month can get us towards that $100 goal. And you'll get even more content. We might be able to do some Eggy live streams, which would be great. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in a bit.